Hello, my name is Pastor Andy Schroer from Redeemer Lutheran Church. The story is told of a woman, a Christian woman, who left a note for her pastor to be read after she had died. So after she passed away, the pastor opened the letter, and in the letter she asked the pastor if he would please bury her with a fork in her hand. She said, "Then could you please read this letter at my funeral?" So pastor did what she asked, and she was buried with a fork in her hand. And then he read the letter to the congregation that day. And in the letter, she talked about how when she was a little girl, one of the things she loved most about her church were the potlucks. Every so often after a service, they'd have this big potluck, all this great food, everybody be having a good time and laughing. It was a great time for everybody. And their pastor always had a saying. When everybody was done eating and they were throwing away their plates, he would always tell them, "Everybody hold on to your forks because the best is yet to come." He was talking about all the desserts they had on the big dessert table. So they should hold on to their forks because there was still good stuff coming. She told the pastor, "I want to be buried with that fork so that everybody can remember that I am now enjoying that better part, that the wonderful desserts of heaven." And as a reminder to them to hold on to their forks, remembering that the best is yet to come. You know, sometimes as Christians, we know that we're going to heaven. We know that Jesus died for our sins, and through faith in him, we have a home waiting for us in heaven after we die. But we're in no particular hurry usually to get there. Most of us don't like to think about or talk about the day we die or what's coming next. I mean, we know we're going to heaven. We know it's going to be good, but we kind of like this world. This is what we know. This is what we feel comfortable with, and we're not so comfortable thinking about what's next. That's why I want to remind you today of a beautiful verse from the book of Philippians, chapter 1, verse 21. "For to me to live is Christ, and to die is gain." Both parts of that verse are important. For me to live is Christ. For me, my life here on earth has meaning and purpose. Here on earth, I get to enjoy all these amazing blessings that Jesus gives me, the most important being his forgiveness and love. But he gives me many good things here on earth. And he also gives me purpose. My life here on earth is to live for him who lived and died for me. My life here on earth is to share with others the good news of his love and to encourage them in their faith. God has things for me and for you to do here on earth. But to die is gain. It's better by far, Paul tells us. You know, what's hard for us sometimes is that we can't see heaven. I mean, the Bible tells us kind of what it's going to be like, but it's hard for us to imagine. What the Bible tells us is important. It says that in heaven, there will be no more pains or problems. In heaven, we'll be free from all sin. In heaven, we will enjoy a perfect happiness. In heaven, we will see God face to face and bask in his glory. In heaven, we will be reunited with all of our loved ones who have died in the faith. Heaven is better by far. I'll be honest. I love living here in Edna, Texas. But honestly, which is better? Edna, Texas, or heaven? Heaven is better by far. And the point Paul is making in Philippians chapter 1 is that we live our lives here on earth to serve God, that we live our lives enjoying the blessings, that we make the most of our time here on earth, but also that we always hold on to our forks and remember that the best is yet to come.